Aloha kako. Yes, we're continuing to talk story about Kamehameha, and today we're at a very, very special site. We're on the island of Pu'ukoholā, a traditional name for the island of Hawaii. On the northern part of that island, in the moku of Kohala, and a very special ahupoa within that moku called Kawaihai. At a particular spot in that ahupoa, Pu'ukoholā, the hill of the whale, and Pu'ukoholā Heiau. Now, in relationship to Kamehameha, this is perhaps one of the most important historical landmarks associated with the greatest of cultural heroes that Hawaiians have, Kamehameha. This heiau is a result of fulfilling one of the prophecies that is associated with Kamehameha. As we know, he began his conquest for unification actually back in 1781 after his uncle died. Kalani'opu'u died, and he took the war guard. He was given the war guard and went to Kohala, further north of here. And immediately after his uncle died, he and his cousin Kivalo'o had a battle because there were disagreements on how Kivalo'o was dividing up the land. And then Kivalo'o was killed, but his other cousin Keo'ua and the chiefs of Ka'u and Hilo and Puna started to war against Kamehameha. And so for almost 10 years, there was very indecisive battles between these two cousins. And for 10 years, the island of Hawaii were ruled by two chiefs, Kamehameha and Keo'ua. Nevertheless, Kamehameha launched his conquest to Maui, Lanai, Molokai. And as he was doing so, Keo'ua began invading his portion of the island of Hawaii. And he could not stretch his forces, and while he was victorious on Maui, his cousin was capturing his lands on this island, and he felt very frustrated. And so he sent his aunt to look for the most famous prophet at that time, Kapo'akahi. She left Molokai and found Kapo'akahi, some say, on Oahu in the Waikiki area. And it was Kapo'akahi who prophesied that if Kamehameha wanted to be successful in unifying all of these islands and creating the Hawaiian kingdom, he would have to come to this site, Kawaihai, Pu'ukoholā, the hill of the whale, and build a war temple dedicated to his god, war god, Ku'uka'ilamoku. And he did so. And one of Kamehameha's traits that helped him to be an outstanding leader was his unwavering faith in his religion, his unwavering faith and loyalty and dedication to the rituals, the ceremony that associated his worshiping of the gods. And so he realized that the building of this heiau was not going to be a simple task. Who designed it? Kapo'akahi. Who placed it? Kapo'akahi. Who built it? Kamehameha and thousands of his warriors, which gives us another example of his leadership ability. Not only his strict adherence and loyalty and dedication and reverence for his beliefs, but his organizational ability. Can you imagine how many thousands of men it took to build this heiau? And it is said that some of the pohako, and they're big, and we're going to see some later, we're going to see some samples of this kind of pohako, were carried from 20 miles away in Pololu Valley. And we're going to see Pololu Valley maybe later on today. And why bring all the rock from Pololu Valley? I mean, there's a lot of rock around here. Well, one reason was for Kamehameha to demonstrate to all these rival chiefs the mana and the organizational power and the men that he commanded. Not only that he commanded, who were loyal and dedicated to him. And so some of these rock were passed hand to hand over a distance of 20 miles. Okay? Can you imagine, anywhere from maybe 5 to 10,000 warriors? And because this was a luakini, it had to be built only by men, no wahine. And it had to be built with a certain ceremony. But can you imagine thousands of men camped alongside of this Aupuni in the Kauai area? Can you imagine the kind of logistic it would take to feed that many men a day, every day, for almost 1 year? Yeah? You know, how much fish and how much taro and how much sweet potato, how much food they would consume, which further demonstrates his ability to organize a massive building project like this and to carry it out.